Hello, I'm Michael Amberg with the TEDx Follow Your Bliss event. Today I'm here to talk to you about risk for your personal bliss. Now this isn't just a very everyday thing, it's not a common thought to just go out and do an activity that risks your life for fun. It's not something you do. But it is something that happens. Now, people do these things. First let's categorize risk as what it is. Risk is doing an activity or an action where it has an unpredictable outcome. So you're taking a leap of faith, basically. Now, these activities are very specialized for certain people. It gets your blood boiling, not boiling, it gets your adrenaline rush. And the adrenaline rush, in turn, releases endorphins. Endorphins make you have that invincible feeling after you're done with the activities, that I can do anything, I'm so great. It's a great feeling. We've all been there, we've all experienced it. And that's what most people who do these things seek. Now, the amount of risk that you take is based on the activity you do or how you do it, also affects the rewards and outcomes of how accomplished you feel after the event. So let's say you go out and you go skydiving, which is a very dangerous activity that people do to get their rush in. Or you could go bonsai diving, which is throwing your pack out first and then diving after it. It's also known as natural selection. Now, the reason people do these things is a very kind of controversial topic. Some people say that the reason people do it is to clear their minds of thoughts. Today, in this society, the daily activities that people do and go through are much more stressful and time-consuming than they were 50 years ago. So people do these dangerous activities because while you're doing the activity, you have to stay focused and intent on what you're doing, or else you could ultimately die in some cases. This, in turn, this clears your mind because you can't think about anything else. And while you're doing that, you have to experience life as it is. Just feel the wind rush in your face and all that good stuff. But that's only one side of the topic. Another researcher, or some other research, states that risks are an evolutionary trait that evolved thousands of years ago. This is because without it, humans may not have survived. Let's say while you stumble out of your cave to go hunting, you instead of taking a path that your ancestors have taken for decades, you instead make your own, where you could be blocked by trees or cliffs or be hunted by mountain lions that want to kill you. Whatever, but you go this way anyway, knowing the risks, and instead you find a water well or spring water that will supply your tribe with water and you survive better. Because this happens, the tribe survives and they reproduce. But however, you can't have all the members of the species be that way. You can't just have everyone going out and risking their lives to maybe be better than the rest of the world. In that case, probably humans wouldn't have survived. But, so instead it's more of a 50-50 ratio. It's the people who experience the death drive or are driven towards their bliss is the same as the amount of people who would rather stay home and talk to friends or get their bliss out of doing much more normal activities. I'm not really prepared for this. So some activities you could do could be, skydiving, bungee jumping, running with the bulls in Spain. It could be those really dangerous activities, or it could just be more of unique activities that no one really does. You could go ice climbing on a frozen mountain. It's not necessarily dangerous. It is dangerous, but not as dangerous. But not many people will go out and just do that in their free time. So it's also the unique feeling, the feeling that you are alone and you alone can do these certain tasks. It's the main thing that people strive towards, the feeling that you are in control of your life. It's a thing that many people try to get, and it's the ultimate goal of life. So you could do those unique activities that would make you feel unique and you stand out in the crowd, which is also what people see. Or you could just go swimming with the sharks in the shark tank, go scuba diving in general, just something to stand out in the crowd. As long as you get your adrenaline rush and that feeling of excitement that you're in control, it doesn't really matter. The feeling of talking to someone new or doing an activity where you know you're in the downfall, but when you come out victorious, you get the feeling that you have control of your life. It's this feeling you can't really describe to anyone else because only you know your own feeling. It's different for everyone in a way. No, I really. Not getting selected. So, in turn, go out and risk yourself. Risk doing an activity for your own bliss. See if you're one of those people who go out and do those things for fun. It could be exciting for you, it could be hell. You don't know, but you might as well try it because you might be the next person to discover the water ball.